Good morning, students. My name is Simplice Bernard. Welcome to Bachelor of Education, Senior Primary, course offered in Year 2, Semester 1. I wish you all to be hardworking, dedicated, and self-driven students in this course. This presentation covers the subject content in brief and guidelines that will help you prepare for the August examination. The introduction. I'll discuss some of the content of your study guide in order to help you prepare for the upcoming examination. This presentation covers the subject content in brief and some general guidelines that I want everyone to keep in mind when preparing for the August examination. Please note that I cannot give attention to the whole content, so should you have any question, please contact me for help. The subject view. Language elements underpinning writing. Developed understanding of vocabulary. Explain some writing basics. Explain the characteristics of essay writing and some transactional writing. The transactional writing includes the letters, which are informal and formal letters. You need to know the formats, the style, and the appropriate content. Discuss issues of assessment of English writing. Discuss methodology aspects for teaching the above outcomes. Important notes. The August examination is structured as follows. Long questions, essay type questions with the following verbs: discuss, describe, explain. Short questions, explain, give examples. This means that you need to provide relevant examples. Go through the learning activities at the back of the study guides. Pay attention to the learning outcomes of every unit in the study guide. Read the questions clearly with understanding before attempting to answer. Do not begin to answer if you do not understand the question. It's very important that you study the questions before you answer. Pay attention to spelling and writing. Pay attention to spelling and write neat. This means that you need to write using a ballpoint, black or blue pen. Check your spelling. As if you misspell the words, this will lead to deduction in marks. The notes. This is one of the questions that was part of the assignment that I would like to emphasize a bit. Differentiate between homonyms and homophones with relevant examples. Homophones are words that sound alike but have different meaning and function. Here we are focusing on the same sound. The words sound alike, but they have different meaning and function. Example, pear for fruit, peer for couple. The words have the same sound, but they differ in meaning and function. Other examples, see as in with your eyes, see as in the ocean. To, preposition, to as in as well. We move to homonyms. Words spelled and pronounced in an identical way, but they have different meanings and function. I've provided for you two relevant examples. It is called in Alaska. That is an adjective describing the weather condition in Alaska. So we use adjectives to describe certain pronouns. Another example is, I need medication for my cold. That is a noun. Then we move on to words often confused. English has a lot of commonly confused words. They either look alike, sound alike, or worst of all, look and sound alike, but have completely different meanings. Other words look and sound different, but are similar in meaning, and it's hard to determine which is the correct one in the context. As you are writing your examination, please use the correct words. Do not confuse the words. Make sure that you go through your study guide, the notes. I also want you to pay attention to punctuation. They are saying that punctuation makes the written text easier to read and understand. In English, without punctuation, writing would not make sense. Know when you're supposed to begin with a capital letter. They say that in English grammar, sentences begin with capital letter, ends with a full stop. Proper nouns also begins with capital letters. Titles of books also begins with capital letters. Also know when to use a full stop. When you're ending a sentence, you're supposed to use a full stop. Know the function of a comma, the question marks, and all that I didn't mention. Also pay attention to apostrophe. An apostrophe only represents two ways: contraction form and ownership. Go through your study guide for more information. Examples of exam questions and what you need to pay attention to when preparing and studying for your examination. Discuss the elements of a good paragraph. The use of a dictionary to students. Explain the figures of speech and give relevant examples. This includes the metaphors, the simile, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, etc. Prefixes and suffixes. Know their use and their function and how to apply them within your writing. Features of formal letter and support features with relevant examples. General techniques for motivating learners in English classroom. Look at the writing process. Factors to be considered when correcting and giving feedback on learners' written work, and reason why each factor is of importance. Also pay attention to precise writing. Study transactional writing. Transactional writing includes the formal, informal letters, minutes of meetings, the emails, agendas, and all that I'm not going to mention here. It's in your study guide. Formats and language used in different transactional writing, very important. The prescribed materials. English Handbook and Study Guide by Lutheran B. and Pincus M. 2010. The study guide for major school subject English 3, provided for you by IOL. Due to time, I have come to the end of the presentation. Good luck with the exams. Any questions? Do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.